This episode is sponsored by Shopify. Try the e-commerce platform I trust for Glōci. Sign up for your $1 a month trial period at shopify.com/happy. Brevo, head over to brevo.com/earn and use the code EARN to get 50% off starter and business plans for the first 3 months of an annual subscription. Blinds.com. Blinds.com is giving our listeners an exclusive $50 off when you spend $500 or more. Just use code EARN at checkout. Limited time offer. Rules and restrictions apply. See blinds.com for details. I actually count creativity as wake surfing and sports and things like that. Anything that makes me feel creative and playful, I tap into this whole other side that I think opens me up to hear what God has planned for me, for my business.
You've got endorphins going. The good feelings lead to better ideas and more energy, and that leads to bigger breakthroughs in your business. And we're back
with another episode of He Said, She Said.
I have to start by giving just like a heartfelt thanks to every single new member that joined our Mentor Collective Mastermind, the one for businesses earning under $500,000 a year. We just did a secondary filling of the program, if you will, because we fill it very intentionally because we've hired all these coaches to work with them. A coach for every single business discipline that you could possibly need is at your disposal in there. But that means as we hire and scale up coaches, then we can allow more people in the program. And it has to be this, very delicate balance. And we didn't just sell out. We oversold a tiny bit on accident. Oops. A few people at the end were like, I wanted it. So to every one of you that trusted us to be like, help me grow my business and therefore grow my life, thank you. The kickoff call was awesome. We freaking love it. And if you're over $500,000 a year, if you're doing 7 figures, 8 figures a year, that's our elite level mastermind. That's the other one. And we've had that one for years. And Lori and I run that one together. And that group is like the smaller, more intimate, the ride or dies, in-person meetings. It's incredible. Strategy calls, you name it. It's the really high touch one with really high performers. Well, we're going to start going through the applications that came in throughout the year for that one to fill the spots that open up each year in late October. Now, I know it's early October right now, if you're listening to this as it came out, but it's first come, first serve. We get so many applications that we go through them. We handpick the best fits, and we're always trying to look for a diverse room. So like we want, an attorney in there. We want a money manager in there. We want someone who's good at social media in there. We're trying to kind of make it so that everything you need is in this room or one introduction away. And that's what I mean by best fit. So as long as you have a business earning over $500,000 a year. Again, most of the room is 7 and 8 figures, but don't let that scare you. That's the room you should be in. I would hit pause real quick and I'd go fill out the application at chrisharder.me/mastermind because again, the sooner your application in, the closer to the front of the line you are.
And I want to remind you guys, there was a couple of people that I was writing throughout all of these launches. And I had some people say, it's really hard to know like what moves the needle and what is real and who is real. And I totally understand that. I want to remind you guys that we have built every single business that we've built through masterminds and through mentorship. Him and I have not done any of this figuring out by ourselves. We have joined something. We found someone whose businesses we wanted to emulate, and we looked for their programs. And then we looked if they had coaching or mentorship or masterminds, because in my personal experience, it has been not only the smartest way to do it, but the only way to do it. Otherwise, you are going to struggle on your own. You're going to waste money. You're probably throwing money at something that's already been proven to maybe not work or be outdated. And that's why we swear by this. And we do absolutely understand where you are right now because we have been there. We have pivoted from something. We've had brick and mortar businesses. We've had digital businesses. We've written books. We've launched podcasts. We've done masterminds. We've had a physical product. Chris has a fintech app.
And we've invested in over 20 other companies that we sort of help run.
So if you have a problem, we've probably had it before ourselves. And we really do understand even just the mindset struggle. We understand if your partner does not support you, if your family does not support you, if you're from the Midwest, if you're from the West Coast, like all the different mentalities. So I always want to make sure that people understand we actually do know where you are and we have been in your shoes most likely. So if you want to learn more, if you have any questions, make sure you get them out. If there's something in your head that says, I would love to do that, but maybe it's not a fit because of X, Y, and Z. Let us know what those are so that we can actually see if we can speak to those.
Yeah, don't count yourself out. So whether it's now by hitting pause or whether it's at the end of this episode, go fill out that application. If your business is earning over $500,000 this year, go fill it out at chrisharder.me/mastermind. That's chrisharder.me.me/mastermind. Now, for today's episode, we thought it'd be kind of fun. You guys, we did this once before, and you guys, oh my God, I love that episode. I feel like I'm getting to know you and learning at the same time. And so we're going to do one of these fun episodes where we ask each other questions and literally like what state of the union, what makes you happy, what doesn't, whatever. We've got a few good questions. Lori's got some for me. I've got some for her. And it's kind of a fun way for us to check in with each other live on the call while you guys do some learning and while you learn more about us. So Lori, I've got the first one for you.
Okay, great.
You ready for this? So if you were only allowed to do one thing in your business personally and everything else, every other thing in your business that has to be done had to be, hired out, delegated out, farmed out. What is the one thing you would own in your business?
Oh, I just had 3 pop in my head.
That's what makes it tough.
I think I would want to own. One is hard, Chris.
I know.
But I think it would have to be partnerships because that is my main skill set, is really connecting with people. So how I could get Glōci out there through major connections and partnerships.
Give an example, because like people with companies, they're like, okay, that sounds cool, but what is a partnership? Give me an example.
For example, we have a friend who we were just talking to who has a water company right now. And
Water bottle company.
because we are friends, I'm able to be like, wait, how could my company help your company? And how could we really do something fun together, like a really cool marketing move that would be really beneficial and fun for the customer, but also just really great for both businesses, and like sit and jam on that.
Yep. Love it. All right. Tee one up for me, babe.
Okay. What is something you're really proud of right now? Personal, business, and what's really going on?
This is easy. My fitness. When I had my shoulder and bicep surgery, I committed to being the exception, right? Like I was going to come back faster and better than anybody else would from this type of thing.
Can I please just add for anybody, like you were pretty down when it happened, so
It felt worse in a moment.
Oh my God. He just thought that this was it for him.
Yep. And so I committed, I was going to be the exception. And then because I couldn't do anything with my upper body, I got really heavy in the leg days. And that started to change the entire lower half of my body, my core and everything. And then I became addicted to them in a fun way. And then my, shout out to Matt Zanis, my physical therapist and personal trainer, Matt Zanis, he has made my PT and my workouts so fun that now my upper body is changing in ways I've never seen before. And so I am just like dialed in, going to the gym as much as I can, working with him as much as I can. And I'm having a blast doing it. Now, fitness has always been a huge part of our life, but those of you that found us, let's say after 2020, that means that you didn't see the 2016, 17, 18, 19 versions where like it was a different level of fit for me. So nonetheless, it feels really exciting to be getting back there, to see the changes happening at a really fast pace, and just to have something that I look forward to doing every single day, regardless of how the day goes.
Yeah, I think 2020 on for a few years really kicked our asses.
Yeah, I mean, COVID did for everybody, but then I lost my dad that year, and then all the moving and all the other challenges. It was a rough little stretch there.
Yeah, but shout out to Matt Zanis for this bod.
Yes. All right, so let me find one for you. Let me look at my little questions here. I love this one. What do you wish you did more of in life? Maybe something that you don't make enough time for right now, and maybe you'll make more time for it in the future.
I am such a creative. So that could be writing, that could be pottery, that could be activities. So I actually count creativity as like wake surfing and doing different sports and things like that, where your brain just like really has to be focused on something and you get to just play. And so I think like anything that makes me feel creative and playful, I tap into this whole other side that's it's just ease. Like when I get into that, I get into ease, which I think then opens me up to hear like what God has planned for me, for my business. I believe that I get to a place where my networking comes easier, where people connect to me easier, where all of a sudden like miracles happen. I'm not even kidding you. Someone will text me, I have an investor intro for you. Like this just happened yesterday. And I feel like it's because I'm just really trying to not be attached right now, as challenging as that is. Trust me, I'm going back and forth. One minute I'm extremely stressed. The next I'm like, you got to just go for a walk. Like you got to figure this out and you got to go get into that ease. So that's something else I want to point out, you guys. Sometimes when you're doing a good job of some stuff, it may not feel like it, but if you can even get into that momentarily, like my walks make me feel that way. I kind of want to go to the beach today just to like go and journal and be creative and write so that I can go get into that energy. But that's definitely something that I want to make more time for is creativity.
Oh, I love it. I like wake surf, Lori. I'm loving pickleball, Lori. Like
Oh
the
yeah,
times where
so fun.
you're concentrating on the creative activity so much that you can't think about anything else. And then you got endorphins going. And then, before you know it, the good feelings lead to better ideas and more energy. And that leads to bigger breakthroughs in your business.
Yeah, you guys, if I've learned something, more stressing about things and thinking that that's going to help
Won't fix it.
absolutely doesn't fix it. It gets you into this energy that's like a very lack energy, and you're not thinking creatively. You're not.
Staring at your laptop
Oh, good.
because it's quote unquote a work day
Yeah.
when you're in that situation actually doesn't fix it. And I know it's counterintuitive. You're like, I should be sitting here solving this problem. In some cases, yes. But in many cases, what you should be doing is getting your ass away from the table and going somewhere that makes you feel inspired and creative for the rest of the afternoon and putting yourself in a better, different state.
Yeah. Or go book a lunch with someone who's a little ahead of you or
Yes.
who understands the struggle that you are in. And I promise you, you're going to feel 90% better after you go talk to somebody who has some answers for you.
I love that.
I've been an entrepreneur for over 15 years, but when I decided to start my brand Glōci, which was no longer a digital product, but instead a CPG, consumer packaged goods product, I felt like I was starting from scratch. I had to get together all of my partners, my co-packer, my manufacturer. I had to learn how to formulate. I had to figure out my tech stack. Like, what even is that? And I will tell you that finding the right tool that not only helps you out, but simplifies everything is such a game changer. And for millions of businesses, including mine, that tool is Shopify. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the US, from household names like Mattel, Gymshark, and my brand included Glōci. You can get started with your own design studio with hundreds of ready-to-use templates. Shopify helps you build a beautiful online store to match your brand style. I am always getting complimented on my website at getglōci.com, which is Shopify. Accelerate your content creation. Shopify is packed with helpful AI tools that write product descriptions, page headlines, and even enhance your product photography. And best yet, Shopify is your commerce expert with world-class expertise in everything from managing inventory to international shipping to processing returns and beyond. I love checking my Shopify to see all of the new people that are coming in and reading each individual name. If you're ready to sell, you're ready for Shopify. Turn your big idea into with Shopify on your side. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/happy. Go to shopify.com/happy, shopify.com/happy. Are you ready to take your business's marketing to the next level? Meet Brevo, the all-in-one marketing and CRM platform built to help you connect with customers, boost engagement, and grow your business smarter. With Brevo, you can manage all your customer interactions in one place, nurture leads with their built-in CRM, reach your audience through email and SMS, and keep them coming back with powerful automations. But here's where it gets really exciting. Meet Aura, Brevo's AI assistant. Aura helps you craft smarter campaigns by suggesting personalized content, optimizing send times, and even analyzing performance data to help you improve your strategy in real time. It's like having a marketing expert on your team 24/7. And of course, Brevo offers advanced analytics, seamless integrations, and AI-driven personalization, everything you need to create multi-channel campaigns that hit the mark every time. Get started for free today or use code HAPPY to save 50% on starter and business plans for the first 3 months of an annual subscription. Just head to www.brevo.com/happy and take your marketing further with Brevo and Aura.
All right. Tee one up for me, babe.
Okay.
What you got coming?
What do you do that keeps you in touch with your dreams? Because without it, everything just feels like work for no purpose.
Interesting. Let's see here. What do I do that keeps me in touch with my dreams? So first of all, you nailed it when you said, if you're not staying in touch with your dreams, everything just feels like work. And work is not fun. Work just feels like labor. And so you have to be doing it like, I'm doing this, making a scary call because I'm in touch with my dreams. I'm having this scary meeting because I'm in touch with this dream. I'm doing this awkward thing or this monotonous thing because I'm in touch with my dreams and I know where it's getting me. Because when you know what the payoff is, when you can see it, feel it, touch it, like when it's very present in your mind, it feels worth it. If not, it just feels like chores. Okay, so what do I do? Well, yesterday we did it. We're like, all right, time for like a little fun dream session on our walk. Let's go through a scenario and then we'll make up these fun scenarios. Okay, we sell Glōci for this amount of money. What's the first thing we do? What's the second thing we do? Okay, when Frello sells for this, what's the first thing we do? What's the second? And then we extrapolate, okay, here's how the money compounds over time and look at how big this gets. And like, it's fun to play out the scenarios. What's the first thing you'd buy? Would you buy anything? Would you do anything? So that's a fun way to do it. We're always good, active dreamers.
Yeah.
Another thing that I do really well, I think, is I fill myself with positive propaganda nonstop. I always have. I'm really good at this. Whether it is right now, I'm reading Secrets of the Millionaire Mind again in the mornings. And I'm also listening to Matthew McConaughey's book, Green Lights, for like, I don't know, the 10th time, where he's out there chasing down his dreams and look at the big life that it turned out and doing it his way. And then the podcasts I listen to are very positive and reinforce how big of results people can get. Only like books and podcasts from founders who have already hit it really, really, really big, because then it makes it so tangible to hear all their war stories and advice. And, you're looking at something like, oh, wow, you were once on the same path as me. And so that makes it very tangible. So a combination of being really good at positive propaganda and also just dreaming out loud with you, I think is what works for me. How do you handle bad days? Days where it feels like all your meetings didn't give you the results that you wanted, where things are unraveling, you're not going your way. You think, oh, great, I hope this one thing's working out. And all of a sudden you're like, this isn't working out. How do you handle bad days, like strategically?
Okay. I mean, there's multiple ways I handle bad days. I kind of had a rough week. I'm not going to lie. I had a great week along with a rough week. Some days were great, a couple were real tough. And I would say that I go into each meeting trying to stay as positive as possible and trying to remember that I am the leader and that leaders don't get to not lead. And so, with everything that I do and that I was saying, I was very careful to be like, you're still a leader. And I think really tapping into that remembrance actually helps as much as you also hate it in the moment. I'm like, okay, well, it's your job to turn something that feels negative around and to lead. And so, number one, when I'm having a bad day, I try to remember I'm still a leader. Number two, I remind myself, and you're so good at reminding me this, that it's okay that it sucks and it's okay to like have a bad day and it's okay to feel all of the things. And so I'm like, okay, this sucks. Let's go for a walk. Like, let's go figure it out. Let's get it out. For me, I'm very verbal. So a lot of days I want to verbalize it, but sometimes, Chris, I've noticed lately, I'm just kind of like, I don't even want to talk about it. I kind of want to just go for a walk and I want to do our gratitudes and I want to do our 3 wins and find what was a win for the day. And a lot of times, you guys, sometimes you just need to like let the day pass and let the emotions that really rose with whatever happened subside. So I'll just like go about the day, say a lot of prayers, go for the walks, talk if I need to, and then try to do my best to get a good night's sleep. If I'm having a bad day or a rough week, I do my best to not drink at all because I don't want anything or eat bad food, like eat things that are super sugary or crappy foods, even though I really want comfort foods because they just amplify your emotions the next day or that day. So I try to do my best to try to stay as healthy as possible, get some good sleep because the next day I guarantee you're going to feel very different about it. And that's also what I remember. I'm a leader and tomorrow this is going to feel very, very different. It's okay to feel all the feels. That's an absolutely normal human experience and reaction. But I know tomorrow I'm going to have some strength to make a better decision.
I love what you said. Instead of talking about it and rehashing it, instead, you want to talk about other things that'll shift your energy.
Yeah.
And the only thing I wanted to add, and I know this is your question, but I just wanted to add something here to start to wrap this up. I don't actually believe that there is such a thing as bad days. I believe that there's bad moments in good days. I believe that sometimes you can have lots of bad moments in good days. But there's not a single day that I've actually gone to bed, and if I'm objectively looking at it, where the whole day was bad, ever. It was a good day because you were alive and you got to experience life and you had wins. There's not a single day when we play 3 wins, no matter how quote unquote the bad the day was, where we don't find 3 wins each. You're like, wait, this was a win. Wait, this went my way. Wait, I forgot this happened. And so I actually don't believe there's bad days. I believe there's some good days where lots of bad things happen, but how you classify it matters. Well, guys, hopefully you like this format. Just like last time, let us know what you think. We love, checking in with each other in the moment. It's kind of fun because it's like being on one of our walks. Laura and I like to ask each other lots of questions, learn about each other in the moment, and then you get to listen in, but hopefully you also learn from it. Thanks for listening. And by the way, if you make more than $500,000 a year, we're going to start going through those applications for Elite Mastermind that we talked about at the beginning of the episode. So go to chrisharder.me/mastermind and fill out your app.
I cannot wait. We have our in-person one coming up in just a little bit. And I literally can't wait to be in the room with everyone because it is next level. It levels me up. The people in there are insane. So I'm so grateful for you and we'll see you next week.